Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. My name is Haniff Bin Zulkefli and my matrix number is 2020464504, and I will be presenting about the material facts for the case summary of Edwin Thomas against FNN Beverages in Berhad. First of all, on 30 October of 2011, the applicant and his warehouse team members, together with the auditor, conducted a stock check. The applicant, together with his warehouse team members, discovered that there was a discrepancy of 200 pallets of 100 plus canned drinks in the stock of canned drinks in the warehouse. On 2nd February of 2012, the applicant was issued with the first show cause letter for 7 charges of misconduct, and he was suspended from duties with half pay until 15 February of 2012. This action was taken by the first respondent without any notice to the applicant, even though that the applicant has already reported the discrepancy to his officer, and it was made known to us that it is not the applicant's fault. Thus, the applicant followed the instruction to not come to work as he was suspended for 2 weeks. After that, on 6 June of 2012, he received a call from the Human Resources Department requesting him to be present in the Human Resources Department. However, when the applicant presented himself in the Human Resources Department, he was issued with the second show cause letter dated 6 May of 2012. After that, on 20 June of 2012, despite the applicant's plea of innocence and explanation in both written and verbal, the first respondent found that the applicant was guilty of the new charge of misconduct leveled against him. Without holding any domestic inquiry, the first respondent terminated the applicant's service with effect the following day via the letter of dismissal. The applicant's claim against the first respondent is for an order that his dismissal was without just cause or excuse, also an order for his reinstatement to his former position in the first respondent. So that is all from me. Thank you very much, and we will continue to the next one.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irdina Binti Imani, and my student ID is 2020882142. So I am the student of K11, and in this assignment law 035, we were given a task to study about a case, and my group had chosen a case about Edwin Thomas against FNN Beverages, Sendirian Berhad, and Anna. So I am in charge of talking about the legal issue. So firstly, what is legal issue? So legal issue or issue of law is a legal question. It's a legal question which the foundation of a case. So it requires a court's decision, and it can also refer to a point on which the evidence is undisputed and the outcome on which depends on the court's interpretation of the law. So what are the example of legal issue? So the example of legal issue is litigation, where it includes the cases relating to contract, construction, employment issues such as in race, gender, disability, and also civil right, where the draft related to legal pleadings and male court appearances in state and federal court, and also at administrative hearings. So in this case that we studied, we found 3 legal issue, and the first one is whether or not there was a discrepancy in the data of the production of 200 pallets of 100 plus canned drink, and the second one is whether or not the applicant should be expanded from his duties with half pay for about 2 weeks, and the last one is whether or not the applicant should be given the compensation. So from me, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Farha. My name is Zulhakim bin Shamsul Bahrin and I am from PI007 K11. My matrix number is 2020893-814. So basically I'm going to talk about the background of the case between Edwin Thomas and the respondents. On 28 April of 2008, as stated in the letter of employment, the applicant, Mr. Edwin Thomas, worked with the first respondent as the head of the warehouse. So on 2nd February of 2012, he discovered that the physical inventory is not tally, is not accurate with the inventory of 100 plus. So the first respondent has suspended him for 2 weeks with half pay, and he also was issued with the first show cause letter which contains 7 charges of misconduct. On 6 May of 2012, he managed to reply to all of those 7 charges of misconduct. On 6 May of 2012, again, the first respondent issued him with the second show cause letter, which consists of 1 new charge of misconduct. And it is stated that he has gave a wrongful instruction to his subordinate to key in a wrong data in the system. And then on 21st June of 2012, the first respondent has come up with the decision to dismiss him. And for him, the dismissal is just unjust because there is no concrete, there is no solid reason behind that. So he lodged a complaint to the Ministry of Human Resources for that. And that ministry referred his complaint to the second respondent, which is the Industrial Court, under the Section 20 of Industrial Relation Act 1967. And on 25th August of 2015, the second respondent has awarded him with back wages of 3 months' salary because, the dismissal is unjust and not fair for him. On 18 November of 2015, he was not satisfied with that, so he asked for a judicial review in the aspect of quantum of relief.
Hi, my name is Ameera Binti Alawi and I am from K11 and my student ID is 2020626418. So I will be talking about the holding for this case. In this case, there are 2 holdings. The first is court has agreed with the act or dismissal of the applicant from his position as he has done his job as a warehouse manager in handling the case and reported the variance to its immediate supervisor. So I would like to elaborate about this one. So in this case, the company has conducted an investigation and they have found that the applicant has found the variance but did not report it to the company. So why they dismissing him from the position. But in the accused defense, Lee has indeed found the variance, but he has also reported the variance toward his immediate supervisor. So Lee then did his job according to the procedure. So this first one holding. The second one, the Lee has conducted in a way that damage the accused reputation. The accused reason for his dismissal involved with the physical shortfall that caused the company house to have huge loss. So they can hard time find job. Because the reason of his dismissal, other company will have hard time to hire him as his handling as employee is low. It can cause him with their border. So this called counting. There's no loading for this one. So Bye.
Hello there friends, how are you? My name is Ahmad Rifa'ie Bin Yusof. I am from PI007 K11. My student ID number is 20208494 and 98. And for today, I'm going to continue what my great friends have discussed about this case about Edwin Thomas v. FNN Beverages Sendirian Berhad and Anor. So, I'm going to talk about the ratio decidendi. Right guys, what is the ratio decidendi? We will further discuss this on the special chair I have after this, alright? To make it simple, it is a reason for a judgment. So based on a legal issue. What is the first ratio decidendi? The finding shows that Mr. Edwin Thomas had followed all the procedures of being a manager correctly. So that is the first ratio decidendi. And for the second ratio decidendi, Mr. Edwin has conducted and instructed all his subordinates accordingly, and he had no intention of covering up for his work. And for the third and the longest ratio decidendi is because Mr. Edwin here has been suffering 4 months of dismissal and hard to find the next job, and he had also been paid half. So through his hardship, the court opines that he must receive a compensation for what he has gone through until he finds a new job to continue his employment. Okay, you get that? That is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Syairah Jalilah binti Johan. I'm currently a student of Law KPTM. I'm in the class K11 and my student ID is 2020454502. So today, my group, which is group 4, we will be explaining regarding our case summary. But however, I will only have to explain my part, which is regarding the court decision. But before I go in further explanation what's my court decision regarding my case summary is all about, I will briefly explain the definition on court decision itself. So firstly, a court decision could also be known as a judgment, and it basically revolves around the court decision regarding the rights and liabilities of parties in a legal proceeding or legal action. That is the brief explanation. So now moving on, I will now explain the court decision regarding my case summary. So firstly, the court actually has ended up granting an order of certiorari, and not to mention, the applicant was also rewarded with compensation as he was dismissed unfairly and unjustly. And because he was dismissed unfairly and unjustly, his dismissal will be remitted back to the second respondent to be re-examined again. So that is the court decision for my case summary. And thank you for listening. I hope that my explanation was clear enough for you guys to understand. Thank you.